All right, UH Nation, welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm here with my my co-host, Sonny and Aaron. How you doing today?
I'm good, fresh off a Celtics win, so it's feeling good.
Good. So let's start out with the good. Tom Johnson, Miller time, last night, game-winning tip-in. They were down by one, I believe. His brother Brian drives the hoop, misses the layup,
Bad floater.
and he puts in the tip, game-winning shot.
Yeah, it was a great tip in. Nobody boxed out. It was just free for all for a jump. He got his hand on it, put it back in, and I mean it's a great win. I mean, no formerly what, Rubio Tuesdays. Hopefully we don't have a new H2O of the league where you get a bad rep and just change the name. But I mean it's all fun. It's a good way to start the season.
It was his only field goal of the game too. So, but I like their squad. They put together a good group of guys. Austin Brown, who wasn't there, I think is their best player. So they had a good win without their best player.
That's the one that caught Tony DeBoer sleeping, isn't it?
The 5'8" guy who can dunk with ease. Your Celtics, tight game with the Blazers today. Johnny Webb had a ice cold, I don't know how many, what was it, about 10, 12 seconds left in the game, but ice cold 3 to seal the deal for you guys. You guys come back, put together a good squad, and you're 4-0.
Yeah, we feel good. Basically, kind of original feel to the Celtics. Webb back is since the first season of Fridley. But I already knew inbounding the ball to Webb, it was like 50-50 the shots going up. But I know he's clutch when it comes down to it. So
it's a step back too.
Yeah, bucket. I already knew it.
The Muskies, another 4-0 team, surprisingly 4-0. They beat them last night. Forced A-Train into a 15, 16-foot fadeaway jump shot. Are they the worst 4-0 team ever?
Ever? I don't know about if we're going off of like personalities maybe on the team. That mesh you have Junius who annoys everybody, and then you have Casey who plays the dirtiest push on the rebounds that nobody ever sees on that. So I mean, I wouldn't say the worst ever, but they're pretty low.
Top of the list. So the bad, the good fellas. We got a few teams that have just been. You think they're going to be good? Like the good fellas have been the top, ranked top 5 the last 2 seasons. This season they're 1-3. They got beat 74 to 58 last night. I don't think I've ever seen Josh Hoyle and E go at it, but they were yapping at each other during the game. What's up with them?
Well, from my experience with playing with both of them on the blue chips, Josh is more space. Everything's good. You can get open shots for him. You can drive to the basket. You know he's going right. E is more attack the basket strong. So then you remove Arsan from that can do both. You limit both of those players. So I feel like now that they don't have that other complementary guard, it's kind of an explosion. But also for Bloomington, the common thing that I see with both 1 and 3 teams is they're missing Antoine Lynch. So you got the Goodfellas, he left, and now they're 1 and 3. You got the Bulls, he left, and they're 1 and 3. So I mean, given they're 1 and 1 with him, but now he's gone, they're 0 and 2. So
yeah. Adam Tim of the Red Devils last night. The Red Devils, I really wanted to see them win. They were playing like a matchup. I don't know if it was a matchup 2-3 or they were playing a 1-3-1, but they were playing the zone good. I don't know what it was, but it threw the Gorillas off.
always does.
But they were down. I want to say they were down by 2. As I remember it, it was about 9 seconds left. Adam Tim chucks up a 3 corner. I think it was probably NBA range, and he's got 2 people on him. I just think, I know you didn't see it, but
It's kind of one of them Red Devils. I know they're more of a defensive team, and it depends on who's all on the floor. Like, do you trust that's probably one of their top offensive players? Do I trust him taking that shot on 2, or do I make that extra pass to somebody that doesn't want
9
to shoot?
seconds left.
9 seconds? Slow it down. Did they have any timeouts? I mean,
I think they called one before the.
take another one. I mean, if the play doesn't work out, that's why you got 3. You use them.
So another 1-3 team, another team that you'd expect to be at the in the top 10. The Bulls South. You talked about them before. They lost Antoine Lynch, but they added Ken Maxey, and you think the first game you thought he was going to replace him. They're 1-3 also. I think they got beat by 10+ points last night. And Gino you could see the frustration on Gino's face after yesterday's game. He actually came up to me and said, I'm picking up guys, and we're going to try to salvage the season. But he's frustrated. What do you think their problem is?
It's chemistry. I mean, Gino normally picks a good crop of guys, and normally Bulls faithful guys. And this season in Bloomington, I mean, the only one that's there that's a true Bull is D'Angelo. Everybody else is like handpicked. Last time I think Zao played with the Bulls was when I played with the Bulls 2 years ago. And then there's Twan who left, and you got Devin, and you got Abdi and Zao. I mean, for that offense, I feel like they need a true point guard. Devin's more of I'll say, he doesn't have the pull-up, but he's more of a Russell Westbrook type point guard. He wants to score first and attack the basket first, and then he looks for his shoot. But when you got 2 knockdown shooters like Zao and Abdi,
Zao should be playing the 2, in my opinion. He should be playing off ball, and he should be the one coming off screens and just shooting, because he doesn't even need to get his feet set to shoot the ball.
No, but it's the fact that when they come off that screen, they're not getting looked at, so then they're out of rhythm instantly. Like, I've never seen, I think Zao shooting percentage is probably sub 40 because he's had one good game. That's the Nets topic on the show. So I mean, I feel like Devin's a good player, but he's not the right fit for that team.
So then on to the ugly, and you just told me about this one. I didn't get to see it, so go ahead.
So as we spoke of, the Muskies get that crucial win. Was it against them?
Yep.
It was against them.
49-48.
49-48. Made Ant shoot that tough fadeaway. They were without Quentin yesterday, correct?
Yep.
So without Quentin dictating the offense, he's good at making sure everybody's in the right places. There was a serious breakdown from them in the locker room that I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Now, I mean, it went from a bad game to having a bad life in UH. So I don't know what kind of comparison that was. And I mean, the voices got a little high pitch. I knew for sure I was in the men's locker room, but I mean, it was a little bit high, a little bit sad. But I mean, for it to be that emotional, like, come on, just get it together. You played together. You've had horrible seasons. This isn't the worst. It's going to get better. You're in the upper scale of the bracket. Play ball. Let's go.
Yeah, I think things will, sure up for them. I like their pickup, Sean Malawacki. I know he hasn't had a breakout game, but you can kind of tell he's got.
And that's the lefty, right?
I think he's lefty.
Yeah,
longer hair, 6'4". He's kind of a slasher.
Yeah, he played solid against us the first week, and I felt like he was good. I believe we put him in that top 5 newcomers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he's a solid player for them. It's just that the styles don't clash. Like, them's offense runs through Q, running a pick and roll, and it's always looking for Devin. You have those other weapons like Juice, Jordan, and now Sean. You got to use them, facilitate to them. That's going to give Devin open shots. You keep giving Devin these tough shots, everybody knows. Force him out to the white line.
Cool, guys. Well, that's it for Season 1, Episode 1 of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We'll see you next week.